Do you exercise regularly? Go for daily walks? Maybe even eat eggs or canned fish every day? It still feel your muscles getting weaker. Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you try, it feels like your strength is slipping away? This is the hidden struggle many people face after 55. It's called sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. Here's the problem. After midlife, your body doesn't absorb protein as efficiently as it once did. That means even if you're eating sardines or eggs every day, you may still fall short of the amount needed to protect your muscles. And when muscles shrink, it doesn't just make you weaker. It increases your risk of falls, injuries, and losing that precious independence we all want to hold on to. But here's the good news. You can fight back, and you can win. In this video, I'll share 4 powerful canned foods that are not only inexpensive and easy to find in any US grocery store, but that actually work better than sardines when it comes to building and protecting muscle. On top of that, I'll reveal one very common pantry food that many seniors eat without realizing it's quietly sabotaging all of their efforts to stay strong. If you want to know how to reach that important goal of 100 grams of protein per day, without choking down 10 eggs or forcing yourself to eat sardines you don't enjoy, stay with me. If you want legs that stay strong enough to travel, arms that can still hug your grandkids tight, and the energy to remain independent as you age, this video is for you. What you'll hear today might completely change the way you think about nutrition for muscle and senior health. What if I told you that one of the most common foods in American pantries is quietly destroying your muscles? It's cheap, it's quick, and it feels comforting. Many seniors turn to it when they don't want to cook a full meal. But for anyone over 60 who wants to stay strong and independent, it can be a hidden danger. I'm talking about instant noodles. At first glance, instant noodles look harmless. They're fast, filling, and easy to prepare, which makes them a popular choice for busy families and older adults who don't want to spend hours in the kitchen. Many seniors even combine them with protein foods like canned tuna or mushrooms, thinking they've created a healthy, balanced meal. But the truth is, instant noodles can undo much of the good that protein is trying to do for your muscles. The first problem is blood sugar. Instant noodles are made from refined white flour, which means that once you eat them, they act just like white bread in your body. Your blood sugar shoots up quickly. For younger people, this may not feel like a big deal. But for seniors, high blood sugar spikes create a serious problem. When your body is busy handling a surge in sugar, it cannot focus on using protein properly. That means the amino acids from tuna, beef, or beans never fully make it to your muscle cells. A study with older adults showed that those who ate instant noodles along with protein-rich meals built 35% less muscle than those who avoided them. Think about that. More than a third of your progress lost simply because of one side dish. The second problem is sodium. A single packet of instant noodles can contain up to 1,800 milligrams of salt. That's nearly your entire daily limit in one sitting. Muscles need the right balance of minerals or electrolytes to contract and recover. When sodium levels shoot too high, that balance is destroyed. This makes your muscles weaker, slows recovery, and can raise your blood pressure to dangerous levels. Now imagine adding that much sodium on top of the natural salt already found in canned foods like tuna or beef. For seniors trying to protect their heart while keeping muscles strong, this is a recipe for trouble. But the problems don't stop there. Instant noodles are usually flash-fried in cheap oils. This process adds trans fats and hydrogenated oils, the kind that damage your cells and make it harder for your muscles to absorb nutrients. On top of that, the preservatives and flavor packets are loaded with artificial ingredients that irritate your gut. When your gut health is poor, you can't digest and absorb nutrients efficiently, even if you're eating the best protein sources in the world. It's like putting high-quality fuel into a car with a clogged engine. It simply doesn't run the way it should. I once spoke with Paul, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, who thought he was eating right. 3 nights a week, he prepared what he believed was a healthy dinner: a can of tuna, some mushrooms, and a pack of instant noodles. He felt good about skipping takeout and using protein-rich foods, but over the months, he noticed his legs were getting weaker, struggled more with stairs, and felt tired even after simple chores. He finally went to see a nutritionist, and the issue became clear almost immediately. It wasn't the tuna or the mushrooms, it was the noodles. When Paul swapped his instant noodles for healthier grains like quinoa and brown rice, the difference was dramatic. Within a month, he gained nearly 2 pounds of lean muscle. His energy returned, his joints felt better, and his doctor reported his inflammation markers had dropped by nearly 60%. All he did was cut out the noodles. The lesson here is simple but powerful. If you want to protect your muscles as you age, instant noodles have to go. They aren't real food. They're cheap fillers that rob your body of the chance to use protein properly. The good news is that you don't need to give up convenience. Today's grocery stores are filled with quick, healthy options. You can find microwavable brown rice cups that are ready in 90 seconds. Quinoa cooks in just 15 minutes and gives you not only carbs for energy, but also protein and fiber. Whole wheat pasta is another excellent option that provides steady fuel without spiking your blood sugar. Building muscle after 60 isn't just about adding more protein. It's about creating the right environment in your body so that protein can actually do its job. Instant noodles sabotage that process. They give you sugar spikes, salt overload, bad fats, and preservatives that block nutrient absorption. They may seem like comfort food, but in reality, they are stealing your strength. If you've been eating them for years, don't feel discouraged. You can start making a change today. Swap them for whole grains. Keep your protein intake steady and watch your muscles respond. The difference can be life-changing, just as it was for Paul. Staying strong and independent as you age isn't about eating more, it's about eating smarter. And the very first step is letting go of the foods that quietly work against you. What if I told you that one of the simplest, cheapest foods in your pantry could help you build muscle just as effectively as expensive protein powders? Many people think beans are just a side dish or something for vegetarians. But when it comes to senior wellness, canned beans are one of the most underrated tools for keeping your muscles strong. Each cup of canned beans contains around 13 to 15 grams of protein. That may not sound like much compared to meat, but the secret lies in how beans support your whole body. They are loaded with magnesium, folate, and potassium nutrients that your muscles desperately need. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax properly, preventing painful cramps. Folate plays a role in how your body uses protein, making it easier to turn what you eat into muscle tissue. Potassium protects your nerves and keeps muscles firing smoothly. Together, these nutrients give beans a powerful advantage. History has already shown us the strength of beans. Native American communities grew beans alongside corn and squash in what they called the Three Sisters. This combination sustained their people through long winters and provided the energy needed for farming, hunting, and defending their land. Generations discovered that beans didn't just fill the stomach, they fueled endurance and strength. Today, modern nutrition science confirms what they knew all along. Beans help maintain stamina and muscle function. There's also evidence from clinical studies. In one research project, 150 older adults were followed over a period of 20 weeks. Those who added beans to their meals every day, while staying active, showed 16% greater improvement in muscle endurance and 19% faster recovery compared to those who ate a standard diet. For seniors, this can mean the difference between feeling worn out after a walk around the block and having the energy to enjoy an afternoon with the grandkids. Beyond the science, let's talk about practicality. Canned beans are incredibly convenient. You don't have to soak or slow cook them. Just open the can, give them a rinse to wash away extra sodium, and they're ready. They can be eaten cold in a salad, warmed up in a soup, or mixed with lean meat for a hearty dish. And unlike fresh produce that spoils quickly, canned beans sit in your pantry, ready to use anytime you need them. For busy seniors, that consistency is worth gold. I remember meeting a couple in Florida, both in their late 60s, who had struggled with meal prep. They often turned to frozen dinners because cooking from scratch felt overwhelming. After learning about the benefits of beans, they started keeping a few cans of black beans and kidney beans in their pantry. A few times a week, they would toss them into salads, soups, or even mix them with tuna. Within months, both reported more energy, better digestion, and less soreness after walks. They were surprised that something so small made such a big difference. Another bonus of beans is how well they combine with other foods. On their own, beans don't have the full set of amino acids that muscles need. But when you pair beans with grains like brown rice, or with animal proteins like beef or tuna, you get a complete protein. That means your muscles get everything they need to repair and grow. It's a little like teamwork. Beans bring certain strengths, and other foods fill in the gaps. Together, they're far stronger than apart. Let's not forget the role beans play in digestion. With their high fiber content, they keep your gut healthy, which is crucial for absorbing protein and minerals. Many seniors underestimate this. They think if they eat the right foods, that's enough. But if your digestion isn't working well, your body won't use those nutrients effectively. Beans help solve that problem by keeping everything moving smoothly and supporting a healthy gut environment. So what does this look like in real life? For breakfast, you can mushrooms, add a handful of canned black beans, and scramble in a couple of eggs. It's quick, it's hearty, and it gives you a strong protein boost. For lunch, toss beans into a tuna salad with some olive oil and lemon. And for dinner, simmer canned beans with lean beef, tomatoes, and spices for a rich, comforting stew. With meals like these, you can easily get closer to your daily protein goal without spending a fortune. Canned beans may not sound glamorous, but they are practical, powerful, and proven. They give you protein, minerals, and energy in one simple package. For seniors who want to stay active, independent, and free from the dangers of muscle loss, beans are far more than a side dish. They are a foundation. Have you ever wondered how people in the past kept their strength during long journeys or tough physical jobs, even without modern supplements or protein shakes? One secret was canned beef. It may not sound exciting, but this humble food has been a quiet powerhouse for building and maintaining muscle, especially for seniors. A standard serving of canned beef delivers about 25 to 28 grams of complete protein. That means it contains all the essential amino acids your muscles need to grow and repair. Unlike plant-based foods that need to be combined with others to create a complete protein, beef stands on its own. And for older adults who naturally process protein less efficiently, that completeness is a real advantage. But protein is only part of the story. Canned beef also brings along important nutrients that many seniors are lacking. It's packed with zinc, which plays a key role in protein synthesis and wound healing. Without enough zinc, your body struggles to actually use the protein you eat. It's also rich in vitamin B12, which is crucial for nerve function and muscle coordination. Many seniors are deficient in B12 without even realizing it, leading to fatigue, weakness, and even balance problems. On top of that, beef contains creatine naturally, which supports muscle contractions and gives you the energy to move with more power and less fatigue. There's even something called carnosine in beef, a compound that helps protect muscles from the effects of aging. It fights against the buildup of harmful byproducts that cause stiffness and weakness over time. For someone in their 60s or 70s, that protection is like a shield against sarcopenia. Modern studies back this up. In one trial, 120 older adults included canned beef in their daily meals for 16 weeks. The results were remarkable. Those who ate beef gained 22% more lean muscle and saw a 28% boost in strength compared to those who relied only on plant proteins. That's not just a small improvement. That's the difference between struggling to climb stairs and walking up with confidence. History gives us even more proof. In the 1800s, American cowboys and railroad workers carried canned beef on their long journeys. These were people who depended on their strength day after day. They noticed quickly that when beef was part of their diet, their energy lasted longer and their muscles stayed strong, even during brutal working conditions. Without realizing it, they were proving what science confirms today: beef fuels endurance and muscle preservation. Now let's talk about convenience. Fresh meat takes time and effort to prepare. For many seniors, trimming, cooking, and storing it can feel overwhelming. The canned beef, on the other hand, is already cooked and ready to use. You can drain it, season it, and toss it into a meal in minutes. That makes it a practical option for anyone who wants steady protein without the fuss. Of course, there's one thing to keep in mind: sodium. Some canned beef products are high in salt, which can be an issue for seniors with high blood pressure. The simple fix is to look for low-sodium versions or drain and rinse the meat before cooking. Combined with vegetables and whole grains, it can be part of a balanced and muscle-friendly diet. Here are some easy ways to make it work in your routine. For breakfast, you might cook up diced potatoes until golden. Stir in drained canned beef with onions and peppers, and top with a couple of scrambled eggs. That one meal alone can give you more than 35 grams of protein to start the day strong. For lunch, try a protein bowl with canned beef, black beans, brown rice, and a little avocado. It's filling, energizing, and keeps blood sugar steady. And for dinner, simmer canned beef with carrots, celery, mushrooms, and herbs to create a hearty stew that delivers slow, steady protein while you sleep. I once heard from Linda, a 68-year-old widow in Texas who was struggling to eat enough protein after her husband passed. Cooking for one felt like too much work, so she often skipped meals or settled for toast. When she discovered canned beef, everything changed. She started adding it to quick stir-fries, or heating it with vegetables. Within weeks, she said her energy had returned. She was walking longer distances without fatigue, and she finally felt like herself again. Canned beef may not have the trendy image of protein shakes or expensive powders, but for senior health, it's a proven and powerful ally. It delivers complete protein, essential vitamins, and unique compounds that protect muscles from the wear and tear of aging. If your goal is to stay strong, independent, and active, don't overlook this old-fashioned but highly effective food. If there's one food that has been trusted for thousands of years to keep people strong, it's tuna. Coastal communities in the Mediterranean relied on it to fuel fishermen, soldiers, and elders for over 3,000 years. Long before we had supplements or protein shakes, preserved tuna was the food that carried people through hard labor and long journeys. And today, canned tuna remains one of the most practical and powerful muscle-building foods for seniors. A single 3-ounce serving of canned tuna provides 25 to 30 grams of protein. That's nearly 40% more protein than sardines. And, unlike some plant-based proteins that require pairing with other foods, tuna gives you a complete amino acid profile on its own. For older adults, whose bodies naturally struggle to process protein as efficiently, this kind of concentrated, high-quality source makes a real difference. But tuna isn't just about the numbers. It's also rich in nutrients that support the way your body uses that protein. It delivers selenium, a mineral that acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting muscle tissue from inflammation and damage. It's packed with B vitamins, especially B12 and niacin, which help your body metabolize protein so it can be used to repair and grow muscle fibers. Without these helpers, the protein you eat can't reach its full potential. Modern science has already proven what Mediterranean cultures understood intuitively. In a study of 180 older adults dealing with muscle loss, those who ate high-protein fish like tuna 3 times a week gained an average of 4 pounds of lean muscle over 8 months. The control group, who didn't include tuna or similar fish in their diet, only gained about 1 pound. For seniors, that difference isn't just a number on the scale, it's the strength to carry groceries, get up from a chair without help, or walk confidently without fear of falling. What makes tuna especially valuable for seniors is how easy it is to use. It doesn't require cooking, seasoning, or special preparation. You just open the can, drain it, and it's ready to go. This makes it perfect for quick meals when you're tired, busy, or simply don't feel like cooking. And unlike fresh fish, which can be expensive and spoil quickly, canned tuna is affordable and shelf-stable. That means you can always keep it on hand, ready to support your protein goals. There are countless simple ways to add tuna into your day. For breakfast, you can mix it into scrambled eggs with a handful of spinach and some mushrooms. That one meal gives you a complete protein profile, plus vitamins and minerals to start your morning strong. For lunch, toss tuna into a bean and vegetable salad with olive oil and lemon juice. This Mediterranean-style dish doesn't just taste fresh, it also gives you the exact nutrient balance that cultures have used for centuries to stay healthy. And for dinner, pair tuna with roasted vegetables or whole-grain pasta for a hearty, muscle-friendly plate. I once spoke with George, a 65-year-old grandfather from California, who swore by canned tuna as his secret weapon. After retiring, he noticed he was losing strength and couldn't keep up with his grandkids at the park. His doctor suggested increasing his protein intake, but George didn't want to buy expensive powders or cook steaks every day. So he started adding tuna into his meals 3 or 4 times a week. Within months, he felt stronger, his energy improved, and he was once again tossing a baseball with his grandsons without getting winded. For him, tuna wasn't just foodie, it was freedom. Of course, some people worry about mercury in tuna. That's a fair concern, but it's all about balance. Most nutrition experts recommend light tuna, such as skipjack, which is lower in mercury than albacore. Eating it a few times a week is considered safe and highly beneficial, especially when compared to the risks of undereating protein. For seniors, the benefits of tuna in maintaining muscle and independence far outweigh the risks when eaten in moderation. The truth is, canned tuna has earned its reputation over centuries. It delivers complete protein, essential vitamins, and antioxidants that protect and build muscle. It's affordable, practical, and easy for anyone to prepare. And for seniors who want to keep their independence and avoid the downward spiral of muscle loss, it may be one of the best foods you can keep in your pantry. If you think mushrooms are just a garnish or something to add flavor to a dish, it's time to take another look. These humble fungi have been used for centuries as both food and medicine. And modern research is proving that they can play a surprisingly powerful role in protecting muscles as we age. For seniors focused on wellness and independence, canned mushrooms may be one of the most overlooked allies sitting right on the grocery store shelf. 1 cup of cooked mushrooms provides around 12 to 15 grams of protein. That might not sound like much compared to tuna or beef. But mushrooms bring something unique to the table. They deliver a complete package of vitamins, minerals, and special compounds that support muscle health in ways meat alone cannot. They're rich in potassium, which helps prevent painful muscle cramps and supports proper muscle contraction. They contain selenium, a strong antioxidant that shields muscle tissue from damage caused by everyday stress and exercise, and they're full of B vitamins like folate and B6, which are critical for turning protein into usable energy for your muscles. Perhaps the most fascinating part of mushrooms is their natural anti-inflammatory compounds, such as beta-glucans. These help reduce soreness and speed recovery after activity, which is especially important for older adults who want to stay active without feeling worn down. In fact, a 12-week study followed seniors who added mushroom extracts to their diet while participating in resistance training. The results showed an 18% greater increase in muscle mass and 23% faster recovery times compared to those who trained without mushrooms. That's a remarkable difference from such a simple food. History backs this up as well. In Japan, mushrooms have long been considered more than food. Samurai warriors and laborers used them regularly, believing they increased strength and stamina during grueling tasks. This cultural wisdom, passed down for generations, perfectly aligns with today's scientific understanding of mushrooms as muscle-supporting foods. What once seemed like tradition now looks like good science. The beauty of mushrooms is also in their convenience. Fresh mushrooms are wonderful, but can spoil quickly. Canned mushrooms, on the other hand, last for months in your pantry and retain their nutritional benefits. They're already cleaned and cooked, which means you can toss them into meals without extra prep. Oh, for seniors who want healthy food without the hassle, that's a real advantage. Here are some easy and delicious ways to use them. For breakfast, a cup of canned mushrooms with spinach and scramble and a few eggs. Add a spoonful of cottage cheese for extra protein, and you have a meal that fuels your morning without weighing you down. For lunch, mix mushrooms into a chicken and chickpea salad. With Greek yogurt dressings, this combines lean animal protein with plant-based nutrition for balanced muscle support. And for dinner, pair mushrooms with lean chicken breast, broccoli, and brown rice for a satisfying dish that provides steady protein and nutrients through the night. I remember speaking with Margaret, a 70-year-old from Oregon who was skeptical at first. She thought mushrooms were too light to make a difference. But after adding canned mushrooms to her meals a few times a week, she noticed her recovery after exercise walks improved. She no longer felt as sore the next day, and she even said she had fewer nighttime cramps. For her, mushrooms weren't just food, they were relief. Of course, mushrooms alone won't magically build muscle. They work best when combined with other protein-rich foods. Think of them as a booster, enhancing the effects of tuna, beef, or beans. Together, they create a synergy that makes your diet far more powerful than the sum of its parts. Canned mushrooms may not look like much when you first open the can, but they're packed with compounds that help fight inflammation, protect cells, and support the way your muscles repair themselves. They're affordable, versatile, and senior-friendly. Whether you mix them into a breakfast scramble, toss them into a hearty lunch salad, or simmer them in a dinner stew, they give you a quiet but steady advantage in the fight against age-related muscle loss. For seniors who want to stay strong, independent, and active, mushrooms deserve a place not just as a side dish, but as a key player in your daily meals. Sometimes the foods that seem the simplest turn out to be the most powerful. Many people believe that staying active is enough to keep their muscles strong. Morning walk, a little gardening, or light stretching seems like it should do the trick. But here's the truth that surprises most seniors. Exercise alone won't stop muscle loss. In fact, research shows that muscle health is about 80% nutrition and only 20% activity. That means if you're not eating the right foods in the right amounts, even regular exercise can't protect your muscles from shrinking with age. This matters because after the age of 55, our bodies naturally become less efficient at using protein. It's called anabolic resistance. And it means that the same amount of protein that once fueled muscle growth in your 40s simply doesn't work as well in your 60s. That's why so many older adults feel like they're doing everything right, but still see their strength slipping away. The problem isn't effort. The problem is intake. So how much protein do you really need? Most experts agree that older adults should aim for at least 100 grams of protein per day to maintain and build muscle. To put that into perspective, a single can of sardines has only about 18 grams. 10 eggs add up to 50 or 60 grams. Even together, that still falls short. This is why relying only on sardines or eggs leaves many seniors frustrated and stuck. The good news is that hitting 100 grams isn't as hard as it sounds if you choose the right foods. That's why we've talked about canned beans, beef, tuna, and mushrooms. Each one brings its own strengths, and together they make reaching your daily goal practical, affordable, and even enjoyable. A breakfast scramble with mushrooms and eggs might give you 25 grams. A tuna and bean salad at lunch could add another 30, and a beef and vegetable stew at dinner might deliver 40 more. By the end of the day, you've passed 100 grams without needing to force down a mountain of food. Protein is about more than just muscle size. It's the foundation for independence. Strong muscles mean you can carry groceries, climb stairs, and get out of a chair without needing help. They protect your bones from fractures by keeping your body stable. They even support your immune system, since many immune cells are made of proteins. Seniors who consistently eat enough protein often report higher energy, fewer falls, and better recovery from illness or surgery. I think of Susan, a 16-year-old from Arizona who had struggled with weakness after a minor fall. She told me she was afraid of becoming dependent on her children. Her doctor recommended more protein, so she began incorporating the canned foods we've discussed: beans in her salads, beef in her soups, mushrooms in her omelets, and tuna a few times a week. Within months, her strength tests improved. She could stand from a chair without pushing off her arms, and she walked with more confidence. For her, protein wasn't just about numbers, it was about reclaiming her independence. Of course, balance matters. Protein works best when paired with whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. These provide fiber, vitamins, and minerals that keep your body functioning smoothly. But make no mistake, without enough protein, the rest of your diet cannot make up for the gap. It's like trying to build a house without bricks. You can have all the paint and furniture in the world, but without the structure, nothing holds. There's another point many seniors overlook: timing. Your body can only use so much protein at once, so it's better to spread it out across the day. Instead of eating a small breakfast and a giant dinner, try to aim for 20 to 30 grams at each meal. This steady stream helps your muscles repair and grow continuously. Rather than leaving long gaps where your body goes without the fuel it needs, the message is simple. If you want to fight sarcopenia and protect your quality of life, you have to treat protein like a priority. It isn't about eating more food overall, it's about eating smarter. Canned beans, beef, tuna, and mushrooms are affordable, convenient, and effective ways to reach your goal. And by avoiding foods like instant noodles, which sabotage your efforts, you give your muscles the best chance to stay strong well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Staying active is important, yes. But without enough protein, activity alone is like pushing a car with no gas in the tank. Once you fuel your body properly, movement becomes easier, recovery is faster, and life feels fuller. For seniors who want to stay independent, active, and confident, protein isn't just food, it's freedom. We've covered a lot of information, so let's make it simple. Here are 5 clear action steps you can start using today to protect your muscles and fight sarcopenia. 1. Aim for 100 grams of protein each day. This is the target most seniors need to keep muscles strong. Spread it across breakfast, lunch, and dinner instead of eating it all at once. 2. Make canned beans, beef, tuna, and mushrooms part of your routine. Each one adds protein plus unique nutrients. Mix and match them in your meals to make reaching your daily goal easy and affordable. 3. Combine plant and animal proteins. Beans paired with rice, tuna mixed with beans, or beef cooked with mushrooms. These combos create complete proteins that your muscles love. 4. Avoid instant noodles. They might be quick and tasty, but they block protein absorption, spike blood sugar, and load you with sodium. Swap them for brown rice, quinoa, or whole wheat pasta. 5. Choose low-sodium options and balance with vegetables. Canned foods are convenient, but draining and rinsing them can lower the salt. Pair them with fresh produce and whole grains for the best overall nutrition. Follow these steps daily, and you'll not only hit your protein goals, you'll give your body the foundation it needs to stay active, independent, and strong, well into the years ahead. We've talked about the silent enemy that can rob you of strength, and we've explored 4 simple canned foods that can help protect your muscles after 60. But now the question is, what will you do with this information? Here's something I'd love to know. Do you eat instant noodles? If so, how often? Many seniors I've spoken with thought they were making a smart choice by adding tuna or mushrooms on top of a pack of noodles. They had no idea the noodles were canceling out so much of the benefit. Maybe you've done the same without realizing it. I also want to hear which of the 4 foods we talked about today, beans, beef, tuna, or mushrooms, you already use in your meals. And which one are you curious to try after hearing how powerful it can be? Everyone has their own favorites, and your ideas may inspire someone else watching this video. Please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I genuinely learn a lot from your experiences and questions. Our community grows stronger when we talk about what works and what doesn't in real life. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. In the next episode, I'll be revealing an ancient nutritional strategy that has been clinically shown to boost muscle protein synthesis by 34% without exercise. It's not about expensive supplements or complicated diets. It's a simple approach that has been overlooked for generations. And it could completely change the way you think about senior health and muscle building. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss what may be the most important muscle health secret you've ever heard. Until then, remember this. The choices you make at every meal aren't just about food, they're about your freedom, your independence, and your future strength. Let's keep building it together.